great. Welcome, everybody. We're so excited to be here with you. This is DeepTarget's User Group webinar for June 2019. And I'm really excited to have our team together here today. First, let me throw in a big shout for Brenda. Brenda Pierce is here. Hey, Brenda.
Hey, David.
Brenda's going to do a little bit of the digital marketing industry update for us. And we, of course, have the super popular Helen.
Hi, everybody.
So Helen's here with us. She's going to have her hints. And we've got a surprise case study and some attendees here that are going to join us in just a few minutes. So with that, we're going to jump right into our process, as everybody knows. And remember, do a chat if you'd like to speak to us. And we'll get started right now. Yeah. Here we go. So today's webinar is going to be about some trends, certainly. Helen's hints, as usual. Helen, what are you going to talk about?
I want to talk about campaign strategies and your framework.
Absolutely. So that's thrilling content today. And then we're going to do that case study and our award winners as well. And there's our big trophy.
Right.
Okay. So I'm going to swing it over to Brenda to talk about some digital marketing insights to share. Go ahead, Brenda.
All right. So we're going to talk about personalization, and a lot of you are already utilizing personalization on your banners. But I found some great articles. We do a lot of research here, and these were just some articles that really explained it very well and had kind of like the background of why it's important to do personalization. We all think that it is a good idea to do it, but here's the reasons why. And I may be dating myself, but, Dale Carnegie.
That's right. He's timeless.
Okay,
yeah.
He's timeless. Okay,
right.
So I'm not
right.
dating. Okay, so anyway, one of his famous quotes is, remember that a person's name is, to that person, is the sweetest and most important sound in any language. And so when you personalize an ad, that's what you're doing. You're calling them out like you know them, you know what they want. And when you put the psychology behind personalization along with your data, you know that they're in the market, they're looking for an auto loan, and you say, hey, David, we've got a great deal on auto loans. David is going to feel special and called out and
right.
like you really know who he is. So
right.
that's one reason why we do personalization.
Well, and
yeah.
If you don't, let me add, in fact, we tend to think that the millennial generation is the one that wants personalization the most, but this is credit to Dale Carnegie.
And it was way back.
So when he published this book in 1931, it was the traditionalists were actually the Gen Z of that time. So it is a concept across all generations. All generations love to hear their name. So
well, thank you for that fun fact, David. I'm impressed that you know when Dale Carnegie.
That's my favorite book.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Did we not talk about that?
No, we didn't. Okay. All right. Well, anyway, the psychology behind it is just talks about how we all want to have an individual experience. We don't want to feel like we're part of a crowd. We want to be called out and feel like we're a person. And there's this article here. Here's the link when you get the recording.
Mm-hmm.
You can go to it, but it had some great stats, and it talked about like 93% of the companies report having more success when they actually personalize their marketing. And, that's what
Whoa.
we discussed. This is it's coming from the Harvard Business Review. So,
Awesome.
Now we know,
That's
right?
Awesome. Right. Keep going.
Okay.
Tell us more.
Okay. Well, there's like some key takeaways, like the power of control. People want to feel like they're in control. And by presenting them an ad and letting them click, being relevant, it gives them choices. And this all helps them get a good sense of feeling and well-being.
That's right.
And
That's right.
And that affects your buying process. One of the big things is we are information overload. Now we get information from all different ways. We can't go anywhere without getting more information. So the fact that you're giving them choices and you're personalize it, it gets rid of the clutter. If they see their name, they're automatically going to look. And if it's relevant, then they're probably going to read. Okay, so
Right.
this is just go ahead, Dave.
So the test here, guys, everybody on the phone, we're going to call you out later on. How many of you are running at least one personalized ad in your DeepTarget system? If you're not, you still have about 37 more minutes to do that before we ask that question again. Okay?
No, it's just a good practice.
That's right.
Right?
That's
And
right.
it's easy to do.
So easy.
So why not, right? All right. So,
yeah, here we go.
okay, here we go. Here's another one saying the same thing. People don't get far from their mobile devices. Shoot, I never take mine off because it tracks my steps, and I don't have a Fitbit.
Oh.
so anyway, it just goes to show, so doing these ads, personalizing, it's just another great article about personalization and why we should do it. And
Great.
since DeepTarget makes it so easy, there's really
no excuse.
well, I was going to say
Okay.
that, but there you go.
Right, Helen?
That's right.
Thank you.
Better do it. Okay. Well, we didn't switch. I just don't have the magic touch.
That's
David
right.
has the magic touch.
That's right.
Okay. And really the only this is another great article, but I just wanted to point out Clark says that that ultimately personalization means adding value, and if you're not doing that, you aren't really personalizing. So you don't just put their name in front of something, but you put it something relevant to them.
Right.
That's
right.
when it really comes to play.
That's exactly right. And incidentally, the way we personalize, you can actually put their name embedded in the text as well. So that's another test. How do you do that? So Helen can talk to that. Okay. So great, Brenda.
Yeah. So anyway, personalized. We want to see more personalized ads next month. Okay.
That's right.
Helen. Okay. All right. We're going to switch around.
So today's topic is about campaign framework and strategy. And as you know, as when you're putting your campaigns together, it's always good, at least I'm a visual learner, to have a picture to see what's going on. You just don't want to look at your little promos or some things that you're doing just this month, this week. You want to look, a little broader. You want to plan for your quarterly promotions, but you also want, your members and your other customers to see other types of services that you have. So you want to, you're trying to build a community. You're not trying to always get them to open an account, but you want to give them some information about events that you have going on, and just some of your other services. So in this particular chart here, you can see a framework that we have set up here at DeepTarget. So when many of your systems were set up with DeepTarget, we put together a really broad look across all your services that you might be offering. So here you can see you have informational ads, and you have some general all users ads, and some home loans and auto loans and CDs and things like that. So these are your all users ads. Down here at the bottom, you see where you want to start targeting. So, this might look kind of like overkill at the beginning, but if you had this particular visualization and you had this on your desk, you could decide which of these blocks that you want to fill in and work on for that particular, quarter or month. So I'm going to show you this one here. What we have found is that when you have a broader range of ads out there, you're going to get better response rates. And you'll see that later on when we look at our case studies and we look at our ad winner, because it's not only the people that you're looking for specific promotions. You want to let people know about your other services, just like you do on your website. So a lot of people, they might not take a look at your website very often. They might just jump into the online banking, but you can see some similarities of what you've got on your website there and in social media and other things. So in this example here, this is what a strategy that we think that is a really good strategy for all of you to use. You've got some informational ads that might run all year. or at specific times of the year. So you've got some holidays, you've got charity events. Those are all users. You might want to do an all users for savings and investments. That might not be your focus for this particular quarter. You might be trying to promote auto loans, so you want to get those targeted. But you also want to have keep it, let your membership and your clients keep in mind that you also have different kinds of CDs available, IRAs. You want to keep them, saving money and things. So you might want to set up an all users one that runs, all that quarter. And then you can do an auto loan that is a general one that goes out to everybody, but then you might want to get more specific on your age, on your targeting for your by age. So you can do age over 18 who doesn't have an auto, or you could even dive down a little bit deeper and maybe just promote or have your ad look like a Gen X image or something like that. So, David, you want to?
So I'm going to just throw out the reason that you want to do this broad spectrum of campaigns is, what's the real situation? We know that right now, every single individual has at least one financial life event facing them right now. The trick is, which one is it? Which one is compelling them to move to a product? And you're trying to serve them your products in a relevant way so that you can isolate that one thing that they're now looking for. And if you start with a broad perspective like Helen talks about, that covers everything generally. And then you can look at the analytics of who's responding. And I know many of you do this today. You have found those that did respond and purchase. And so therefore you then go seek similar people with the same set of attributes, if you will, to then go target them with a campaign. And that's a continual process, and it's actually not that hard to do. But we feel really good that DeepTarget allows you to evolve your targeting every month or quarter, however you decide to do it, to get better performance so you can isolate those individuals, those members who have that life event facing them. Right?
And the beauty of the DeepTarget application is that you can go back 2 years and take a look at what ads were going, where did you get the best response from? Was it your autos or your CDs or different savings, and what month? So in a minute we're going to talk about categories, but we're looking at buying, I don't want to say buying cycles, but account opening cycles, because around Christmas and in the fall, people take out a lot of credit cards because they want to buy some things. Right. But then in January, the rubber meets the road. They've got to pay that off. They want to start savings, and your institution is wanting to build up your deposits and your savings. So those are the types of promotions that you want to have at that time. So this schematic here is just a handy way
to visualize
it. And we'll be happy if any of you want to see this. We can send this out to you in a PDF, and you can print it out, and each quarter you can just mark it up, how you want to do it.
Right.
And so in this particular one, we've got 10 to 12, maybe a little bit more, ads that we say run at all times. But in maybe this auto loan one here, you may not want to run this one, but you may want to do it with a baby boomer visual or something like that, or do it more specific. Instead of just age over 18, do the baby boomer age group. So this is a really a clean way for you to look at it. So our recommendations are use broad categories. Look at your autos, credit cards, and your savings, and don't forget about your commercial customers. A lot of times you're looking at for your consumers, but you do have a lot of people may take out commercial loans and things like that. So think about targeting for those. And update your campaigns based on your seasonal habits. As we mentioned, maybe Q1 you're doing savings and deposits, Q2 autos and consumer, Q3 consumer, and then Q4 that's when the autos go on sale or a new model year comes out. So a lot of people are looking at the previous year, and so you can look at those. And remember, always have at least one all users campaign running at all time in all channels. So you don't want to forget all your channels. You want to make sure online banking, mobile, or whatever you've got is seeing.
That's right. That's right. And do remember that under your campaign settings, you have the ability to not track analytics. So if you have something that just says, hey, we're doing a branch opening this coming week, don't collect the analytics on there because you're actually not looking for a click. You're just being informational. So turn the analytics off so it doesn't dilute your overall analytics results. Okay?
That's a good point, David. And I'm showing the chart again, but this recommendation has 10 to 14 campaigns active at one time, and use a mix of different account types and your mix of all users. So you want all users and some targeted ones. And you're going to want to switch this around. You know, as David mentioned, you know, you're going to look historically and see what's going on. And you've got new campaigns and new promotions that you have, so you can adjust this at any time. You know, DeepTarget makes it easy for you to do that.
Yeah, and you know, honestly, so we have several customers that will run just 2 or 3 campaigns. They're telling us, you know, we really want to focus on perhaps CDs, you know, deposits right now. So CDs, IRAs, money markets, that kind of thing, and that's all we want to focus on. Okay, if you do that, you're actually missing all those other members, customers that have life events that are facing them. That's why you also have overarching informational ones to remind them that you also have those other products with great deals, great offerings, so that they don't forget, right? So
yep, that's right, and you want overlapping.
Right. Yeah, and you know, 10 to 14, that sounds like a lot of work,
yeah.
But it's really not, because the best practices that we've been hearing from through these customer success stories is they take 2 to 4 hours a month at the beginning of the month and lay it all out, and then it just automatically rolls. So even though we're saying 10 to 14 campaigns, that doesn't necessarily mean that's not much additional work.
That's correct.
Is that right?
That's correct. And you can recycle. So Helen, you know, honestly helps a lot of our customers reuse the same campaign with different content over and over again. And it's already then set up, and all you have to do is then just refresh the content. And you can modify the rules. That can only take just a few minutes. And again, we'll help you with doing all that as well. Okay.
Okay. I wanted to let everybody know that we've added some new images to our image library. We ran this past some of our younger folks here at DeepTarget, and they loved them because, you know, comic books and that kind of thing are in, and it's bright and it's appealing to them, and they want it.
For us older, they never went out.
That's true for some of us, yeah. But just to let you know, we have some new fun images, and we also have some other images. This is just a little representation of some of the ones that we've added, so that you can use any of these backgrounds. This one down here at the bottom, you know, a lot of people have shred day, so you can use that one, or home equity, or you've got to go to the beach for vacation loan. And then just every month, it's just fun for me to go out and look at the banners, not the banners, but the images that we have in the image library, and make some fun banner ideas, and, you know, come up with some fun banner ideas. Every one of these are using images that are in the image library, and you could create your own fun.
That's right.
Fun
so speaking of fun, so when I first saw the VW bus there, what came to mind? Don't say. My first reaction was, as many of you guys might do, you think in the Partridge Family. Okay, whoever on the phone doesn't know who that is, then
again, we're showing our age.
Sorry.
Yes.
But the other generations might go, oh no, that's not the Partridge Family bus. That's who has the answer?
Scooby-Doo.
That's the Scooby-Doo bus. That's
or something.
But I think Helen had the best thought.
What was that?
Remember what hers?
No, what was hers?
Wasn't it Cheech and Chong?
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, that's right. That's we're going to move on from that, but yeah, that's right.
And you know, these are some other, you know, some of you are have vertical ads, and so these are some of the things that you can do with some of the images that we have out there. So these were just fun to do.
Lots of fun.
Lots of fun for
lots of content. And remember, you can even take these banner ads and take portions of them, right, Helen, and use them as images. Which Helen is happy to show you how to do.
Yep.
Okay, great.
And then we know that July 4th is coming up.
Yay!
And you may not have already created your banner for that, because most everybody's going to be closed that day. All of these, we're using the images out of the image library and put these together really quick. So
awesome. That's great, Helen.
I'll let you guys know that.
All right.
All right. And so we want to set up the customer success meeting. And these are just 30-minute meetings. It's where you can ask questions. We'll go over performance. We'll look at your analytics. It's just a great one-on-one time where you can look at your data, and we can show you what other people are doing too, so you can improve.
Best practices. That's right.
Yeah.
So this is the call out, everybody. Set up, email us and let us know when we can get with you. It's a lot of fun kind of meeting.
Yes,
too.
absolutely.
Okay, great. All right, so the case study of the day. So if you'll go forward, thank you. So we're so excited. We're going to talk about Apple Federal Credit Union, and Melissa and Rebecca are actually going to join us here. Melissa,
hey, everybody.
Rebecca. Hey.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Great. How is everybody?
Great to have. We're good. We're good here. Thank you for joining us. We're so excited. We're going to take a look.
We're happy to. We just took some good notes on some 3 or 4 new slides that we're going to make sure we add to our rotation. Birthdays, holidays. We thought about maintenance windows when we're going to take online banking down for updates. So we've got lots of work to do just off this first part of the call.
Fantastic. Well, great. So we like to feel like that we've provided some value. That's great. Okay. So you guys are in Virginia, right? Correct?
We are, yes. The D.C. suburbs.
Awesome. That's right. And you're Tim Cook is the CEO, is that correct?
No, Andy Grimm is our CEO.
Tim Cook is head of Apple, iPhone, Apple.
The other Apple, yeah.
This is the original. I'm teasing because I know you guys play on that. I think you're Apple, but you're not. You're a super large credit union in the Virginia area, and Apple is your roots were related to education, correct?
That's correct. We were a teachers credit union for about just over 60 years, I'd say. And then in 2011, we began a series of mergers with some credit unions that were troubled as a result of the mortgage fallout. And we acquired some community charters in that. And so since the growth of teachers is not as commensurate with the growth of our institution, we've expanded a bit to our community partners.
Awesome. So they are, Melissa and Rebecca, are online banking DeepTarget users today, about to go mobile, but the case study will be just about online banking. So let's take a look at what's going on. So this is a screenshot of their website, which is really crisp and clean. We really love the look of that. And this is an ad they're using on the website. And who wouldn't be interested in winning free gas as part of an auto loan? So you guys have been running that for a little while now, right?
We have. We tend to run most of our campaigns on a quarterly basis, so it started on April 1st, and it actually concludes this weekend.
Awesome. So we applied this campaign framework to this one, and we just look at a few things, but across this. But Melissa and Rebecca chose an auto loan for all users, which is a great way to begin. And I'm not sure, do you run auto loans throughout the year campaigns, or will you replace this one with a new one?
We will probably not have a promotional campaign for it for the rest of the year. The spring season for us is when folks around here start buying cars again because the snow and the ice has stopped. So they'll usually start looking at them in Q2. But we like to target all users on auto loans and not use the no auto, because our folks traditionally can have more than one car because we're a very commuter-heavy city. So we like to target, not limit them to just one loan. So we always try to target all users when we do auto, because we want them to have more than one car loan with us.
That's great. That is great. Well, and we like to think that when you offer free gas, you're actually gamifying the promotion, which
for sure,
offering the free gas, and that always produces results. So Brenda, if you will advance. So this is the ad that they have chosen. Obviously the same content on their website, which is great. So going across all the channels is really important. And in our discussions, they don't personalize it yet, but I think Melissa and Rebecca are planning to look into personalizing. Right, guys?
Yeah, right now I'm kind of new to my role. I've been here since February, and we just hired somebody for our digital marketing specialist role that will be taking over DeepTarget as one of the platforms that they'll be in charge of. So once we have somebody who is a little more dedicated to this platform, we'll be able to do a lot more of the cool things with it.
Exactly. So I show here, this is not the exact syntax, but you could put, hey, first name, check this out, or hey, first name, these keys are for you, kind of thing. Toy, play on the content. That's right. That's right.
This could be
That's right. So great ad. So keep going. Awesome. So we did a campaign category analytics report, and we looked at just 1 month, May 1st through the 31st. And you guys can see that the responsiveness, the unique clicks to 54,000 unique impressions is pretty phenomenal. And so let's take a deeper dive into that. And there's the ad. We'll show you now. So one of the things they have done, which is a great part of DeepTarget, is turn prioritization on. So for this quarter, related to this promotion, it's important to prioritize those offers that are key to your success. And so they did that. And then the direct impact, so this is the scorecard off of the homepage that shows you that, therefore, auto loan is the top viewed impression, certainly in the last 7 days, but probably the entire time it's been personalized. So that's a great position to be in. Good, thank you. And just as a reminder, they also have their ad rotation turned on under settings, and they're displaying up to 7 ads, 5 seconds each, as the member sits on the online banking page doing their work, analysis, or what have you. So that's a great best practice as well, okay? And therefore, we're always wondering about the results over time. So this is the historical view inside of the campaign category analytics. So you can see it like Melissa and Rebecca said, they launched it at the beginning of Q1. Impressions immediately through the roof, and responsiveness has continued to grow over time. And this can be related to 2 things. One, because they're showing that ad across multiple channels, the familiarity of the campaign is getting through. But also remember, it's free gas, and it says free gas until June 30th. So it gives them a compelling reason to invest in this promotion as time gets closer, right? So now, has it had any effect? Oh, look at that trend. So has it had any effect on influence conversion? Have we sold any? So let's take a peek. Go. Holy cow. So sure enough, April 1st, 159 related influence conversions. That's correct. And then by May, and we haven't finished June, so we don't have the June numbers, but we're anticipating even higher numbers in June, but 264 as well. So fantastic results.
So did you expect to give out that many gas cards?
We're only giving out 2 gas cards a month, so we will give out exactly what we suspect. It's a chance to win one, so they are all on a hope and a prayer that they're actually going to win. But for us, this validated even further, being able to see the graph and show how the participation within those banner graphics has maintained, because as marketers, we've been planning this promotion since February. So when we finally launched it in April, we were already like 60 days in and sick to death of it. And we tend to run all of our promotional campaigns for a 3-month period, because we know just about the time that we're like way over it and never want to talk about gas again. The members are really just catching on and acting because, oh shoot, June 30th is coming and I need to apply now. So it's really nice to see that sales continue to be commensurate with that. So when you're having those hard days as a marketer where it feels like you've been talking about the same thing forever and why aren't people getting it yet? Well, they might just get it tomorrow.
That's right. That's exactly
so
right.
That's nice.
Great.
It's a good feeling.
So it is. Well, good. Great comments. So Brenda, one more. So let's take a look at the management report. And again, what that shows us is the results overall. So we can see that the KEI is 46. So on average, this is for all. So this isn't isolating the auto loan, but Melissa and Rebecca are doing a great job. This is an outstanding result for their engagement of their members. And also looking at the KMI, the key impression indicator. So it's 46 members in the month of May to get 1 click, 40 members logged in uniquely to get 1 sales transaction. So that's phenomenal. And then again, here's the auto results down here of the closed deals. So phenomenal. So, and then we graph some things, but you guys have done a fantastic job. So thank you so much for allowing us to present this case study.
Thanks.
Yeah, so hang on. If you guys would hang on the line for just a second, we're going to step into one more aspect of our user group webinar, and then it's our awards time. So Brenda, advance the slide deck for us, please. The June Campaign of the Month winner, can you imagine who it is?
Yeah.
We're giving a secret.
It was a hint. I had like a little hint.
Yeah.
Awesome.
And I want to comment on something. As we were talking the other day, Apple uses the same layout for their ads. So Rebecca mentioned that at the bottom, their members always look at the bottom for their text. So that was a good psychology for them. So that's even though their ads may look totally different, they might have different kind of graphics. They always know where to go to look for the offer and their call to action.
And I love it. So we all know that you have 2 seconds to grab the attention of an individual, and the first second and a half is the image, and that is a great image that makes you read, and then you have a half second for them to read the text. And I read new ride, great rates, fat, free gas. But I'm in. I'm clicking on this one. So I got to go find out about it. So that all in all.
And they have a call to action, which is prominent there. Learn more, click.
That's right.
So that's important.
That's right. So fantastic. So guys,
congratulations.
Thanks again, and we'll have you a plaque out next week. And then we've got one more award. So our digital marketing superstar of the month is Kid Federal Credit Union. Amazing. There's 14 users to get a click last month. So that's the engagement award, and the results of that, thank you, Brenda, one more, is they had actually 30 clicks, so they're very small. 417 users, unique users logged in. 30 of them clicked, which is 14 of them, 14 users logged in to get 1 click. And then their KMI was 32, which is, of those 32, one of them actually took out one of their offers. So great numbers overall. Andrea was so excited to hear about it. She ran around her credit union really excited for receiving the award. So we're going to send her out an award too. So big hand for Kit. One more.
I'm going to talk a little bit about what Kit does. Kit does use that broad,
that's right.
That scatter effect
Yep.
there across all those. Used the campaigns that DeepTarget did in their initial quick start campaign, still using some of those, but they've changed their graphics out, and with their promotions and things, they put in some of their new promotions. So they're using a mixture of their own ads using DeepTarget images, and the ones that we originally set up for them.
That's right. So great. Way to go, Helen. Well done. Helen,
Helen.
So one more time, big round of applause for our winners. Thank you guys so much. Please reach out to us and engage with us on the success meeting. We'd love to share more best practices. Thank you guys, Melissa and Rebecca, for joining us here today. It's super great having you on the call. We look forward to working with you closely, and you may have 1 or 2 other credit unions might want to reach out to you. So.
Not a problem. We'll be happy to talk to anybody.
Great. So thanks, everybody. Have a safe and happy 4th of July. We'll be back in front of you guys at the end of July. But reach out. Let us know how we can help. Okay?
Bye. Thanks.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye.
Bye-bye.